Hey everyone, welcome back. Let me just take a second to go over the nature of quick saving. It sucks. It's very unreliable, to be completely honest. It's only useful because you don't actually have to go back in time and lose all that progress just to save your ultimate progress, if that makes any sense. Basically, you save once, and then you can continue from where you left off, but you have to save again at the end of that time, because if you don't, you'll lose all the data, like all the progress you've made since the last time you saved using Song of Time. So in other words, it saves that progress only once. It doesn't keep that same record. So I recommend using Song of Time as often as possible. But sorry for the crappy explanation, but I really want to get some shit done today. First, we have to turn into Human Link, because that's the only way that this guard will let us out of town. And we finally get to go into Termina Field, which I'm very happy for. Stop right there. Have you some errand in the swamp? It is dangerous outside the town wall, so I cannot allow a child like you to... What, a sword? My apologies, sir. It was wrong of me to treat you like a child, you know, even though you look 12. The southern swamp at Woodfall lies in this direction. Be careful. Fucking douche. Anyway, on that note, welcome to Termina Field. This place is awesome. Hyrule Field in Ocarina of Time was amazing just in terms of its volume. But, I mean, this place is so freaking detailed. It's not quite as big, but you have, like, something unique going on in every direction you look. So it's just awesome. I like this place so much more. Anyway, heart piece number 1 lies in this little grass patch over here. Not even 2 minutes in. This shouldn't take too long. Not heart piece number 1. I mean, like, technically, what, heart piece number 4? Number 4? My game just froze. Guys, I'm really sorry. I'm gonna have to cut this. Shit. That's the GameCube port for you. Hey everyone, and welcome back. We're gonna go into this hole now, and hopefully this time it won't freeze. I'm really sorry about that, by the way, but I wanted to leave that clip in just to show you the dangers of quick save, or saving by the owl statue. Because of that, I actually had to go back and do everything that we covered in parts 6 and 7, basically. Because if you don't save again, it picks up from the last time you saved by using Song of Time. So anyway, we're in this hole now, and we just have to kill this guy. He's simple enough. Just be careful and try to stay under him, and because any hit from one of those blades will automatically take away a heart, so that gives you, like, 2 hits. Well, 3 if you count, you know, the one that kills you. So we just got the 4th heart piece, and as you can see now we have 4 heart containers. So, on that note, I want to get out of here because I have to keep in mind that we don't have 10 minutes because I'm keeping in the clip from before it froze. It's funny. I'm not sure if you're watching my Mario Sunshine playthrough, but I actually made a comment about how depressed I was that the game froze in this, so bear with me. I'm still kind of depressed, because today I planned on doing other things. I planned on actually going back to Jak and Daxter, and I might, but I want to get a certain amount done in Majora's Mask first, and I was too pissed off to continue yesterday. So, before we get this next heart piece, because that's what we set out to do, get 2 immediate heart pieces from outside Clocktown, but before we do that, we have to watch this cutscene. It's actually pretty pertinent to the plot. Oh, I remember this. Tail and I drew this with the Skull Kid when we first met him. He told us that he had been fighting with his friends, and that they had left him all alone. We only have a few minutes left, but shouldn't be that hard to get it. I can't really tell right now, but hopefully the camera's a little more, like, centerized. Because I've been noticing that it always seems to be at a slant. I mean, I flatten my desk, I make sure that there's nothing in the way, and yet it's always, like, tilted to the left, sort of. Well, down, left, up, right, you know what I mean. And so, it's funny, now I actually made it so that the camera is lopsided in a sense. And so, if that actually straightens it out, I'm going to find that pretty funny. So anyway, this is just giving us a little insight as to how the fairies first met Skull Kid. It's believed by most fans that this is the same Skull Kid that Link was playing music with in the Lost Woods in Ocarina of Time. So, it's just, I don't know, I don't want to call it ironic, but it's interesting to think that that guy ends up becoming like the main antagonist of the next game, because he seemed to be so much of like, I don't even want to call him a minor. Let me just read this. I'm sure it was because he was always playing tricks, so nobody wanted to play with him. But to do what he did just because of that. So just to think that he's actually like the main antagonist of the next game. I mean, even if he is being controlled by the mask, it's still an interesting thought. And once he got his power, cutscene's kind of annoying, because every time I come here, I want to get that heart piece. Same thing happened in my practice file. I'm like, oh fuck, now I have to factor that in. Because I was thinking originally that I'd have no problem getting those 2 heart pieces in this one video. You know, these really aren't like the first few heart pieces that we should get. They're just the first that came to mind for some reason, because they're right here. Nah, I kind of figured that happened, but I was being stubborn. Well, if you're not even gonna bother me, I'm just gonna... No, see, you're not gonna bother me until I start climbing up the ladder. Then you're just gonna run away. That makes it a pain in the ass, because I'm under a time limit here. If I kill this guy, I'll get a heart, so I'm okay. There we go. And I'll shoot him from up there with the bubble. And that should be it. There's another one? Whatever. Let me just get this heart piece, and then I'm out of here. Got a piece of heart, collect 4, blah, blah, blah. We just started a new heart container, so we need to get 3 more to get 5 hearts. If that makes any sense. Now, just because I was so upset, I actually, when I was redoing everything from part 6 and 7, I saved again using Song of Time. So now everything is fully saved, and we don't have to worry about it anymore if for whatever reason the game freezes again. So I did that 100 rupee trick, and since I didn't have to buy bomb bags or anything else, I actually have 99 rupees with me at the moment, so Tingle's over here now. We can actually buy a couple maps from him, so that's pretty convenient. Yeah. That was a really stupid moment right there. Anyway, Woodfall and Snowhead, those are the 2 areas where we'll actually find the first 2 dungeons. So I'm just going to buy those maps just to get them out of the way. That way we don't have to worry about finding Tingle once we get there. Unfortunately, we have to go through that whole process just to buy another map. Oh, never mind. Thought he'd introduce himself again. Actually, that makes sense. He only introduced himself again because I went back in time. So I basically never met him. Anyway, moving on. I expected to be rushing right now, so to be honest, I don't know what to do with the time remaining. Oh, you know what? Nah. Everything I could think of, it's like we could do it, but we don't have enough time at the moment. Because I have about a minute or so. A little over a minute. Yeah, unfortunately, the thing moved, and the bubble isn't necessarily an accurate means of shooting someone. It's good for balloons, and that's about it, really. We'll be getting a much better projectile soon enough. And if you've ever played any Zelda game, you should probably have an idea of what that projectile is going to be. Anyway, with what time we have left, I figured I would just introduce you all to the Southern Swamp. This area is going to lead us to Woodfall, and we'll be coming here soon. One, because it's actually a main area of the game, and the first dungeon takes place here, or is here. Here's another owl statue. Now, what I'm about to do is something very stupid. I'm actually going to use this, you know, despite the mistake I made last time. But then again, this game doesn't freeze that often. That was just one of those really rare times. So, I'm going to cut this off here. I'll see you guys next time on Let's Play The Legend of Zelda Majora's Mask.